Hello everyone and welcome back to Gundam of Gundams. I'm Josh.
This is Amy.
And today we got episode 11 of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yes, it's a little bit of a complicated title. It's Iselina, Love's Remains. So, I don't know. Love's Remains? Yeah, I think it's how it is, but
Yeah,
it's a little long-winded.
it is. Just going in. This episode is tonally kind of weird and visually kind of weird.
Yeah, like this goes everywhere. Almost like it feels like with like the title itself, you're like, okay, well, it's about Iselina, so you know it's gonna be serious.
Yep.
And then at the same time, you just get like some really weird stuff that happens through this episode.
Yeah.
Should we just jump into it?
Yeah, just jump into it. All right, so we begin, if I can talk right, right where last episode last off, we get a shot of Side 3, or like the cluster of colonies called Side 3. And, before we get into that, the intro speech was like shortened up a bit.
Yeah, it's just a little slightly different.
Yeah.
Kind of the same points, but shorter.
Yeah. And we get like a closer view of the colonies. We see a Musai that is docking with one of the colonies. And it has aboard Dozle Zabi.
Our first time seeing him outside of a video screen.
This mountain of a man.
Yes, you can see how big of a man he actually is.
Yes, and I guess this has been his first time home in like...
Probably a while.
Yeah, what? He said like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's basically like the armed forces commander in a way.
Yeah, like the commander of space, pretty much. And we kind of get more detail about how the colonies work. You know, it generates gravity through centripetal force, you know, through the spinning cylinder, and
all the buildings are on one side.
Yeah, it's all on like the outer wall of the colony. And then we get this beautiful masterpiece of a house again.
Yes, and they tell us that the capital of Zeon is Zoom City, or I think is it Zoom City or
Yeah, it's Zoom City.
Zoom City, okay.
And honestly, it kind of bothers me that the house is like off center a little bit. I don't know why.
I still want to know who built this house.
Yeah. But inside, we have a conversation between Degwin and Girin. Basically, the conversation is about how they want to treat Garma's funeral. And this conversation is going to go throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is also the first appearance of Girin, I think so, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So we saw Degwin last episode when he dropped his cane, and now Girin's here.
Yeah. So Degwin wants to have like a small, personal, quiet funeral for Garma. And Girin just kind of wants to have a state funeral where he can manipulate it so that like Zeon forces and the civilians will be more likely to support the war effort, and you know, like just give more energy, I guess, to it.
Good old propaganda.
Yeah, he wants to use it as propaganda. Degwin is just like, look, I just want to have something small. Like, you can really tell that Garma's death has really hit Degwin.
And then I think that's when the other two come in, right?
Yep, that's when we see Dozle and Cassilia. This might be the first time we've seen Cassilia.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is our first time with her as well. So, the whole Zabi family in one room. What can go wrong?
Yeah. Right away you can kind of tell just how Garma's death has affected, or in some cases not really affected, members of his family. So like Dozle, he's very upset about it. I'm surprised this man isn't like crying, honestly. It kind of seems like he wants to.
Yeah, he talks about how he wants Garma to like basically be his commander and just see him grow, and Yeah, it's a way different reaction. Him and Dagwin are like on the same wavelength. Cassilia and Garen just don't really care. I don't think.
Yeah, like Cassilia probably cares a little bit more,
Maybe, yeah.
but Garen is just like, oh, whatever.
It just happened. We got to use this for something.
Yeah, so Dagwin is like, please, just let us have a small thing, and Garen's just like, nah. He gives that side eye, is just like, no, I don't like this. But that kind of ends the scene there for now. We'll go back eventually. But we go see Iselina, who's, I don't know, like, what is up with this room. Like, what's on the walls?
Yeah, this is like she's visiting the Xeon base where Garma was kind of like stationed, and it's like, what were they thinking when they decorated this?
Yeah, like, it looks almost like a weird cybernetic eyeball on the wall, and I don't know, it's just weird.
It's just weird.
Anyways, you have this freak.
We'll find out his name later as Lieutenant Dorota.
Yeah, but he comes in, like, Missy Selena, and she turns around, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah, he's really trying hard on the rebound here. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and then, like, his creepiness goes up a whole lot more, because he's like, I was watching you at the party the other night.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, it's like, dude, she's like grieving, and you're like, I know you're trying to get on the rebound of your boss dying, but still, it's like really weird.
Like, dude, what the heck, man? She even gives him this look. It's like, are you serious, dude? But anyways, Dorota shows her to Garma's room, and it's kind of like a normal kind of office-looking thing. Until you go look that he has a giant portrait of himself, which, by the way, makes him look more like a woman.
Yeah, so when they get up a little closer to it, he's like the blush thing going on. He's got like these really long eyelashes. And
really long eyelashes, and I think like his mouth is supposed to be open a little bit, but it looks more like he has lipstick on.
Yeah, it's
like
some color down there on his lip.
Yeah, like his mouth is probably just open a little bit, but it looks like lipstick.
It's very feminine.
It's very feminine.
This is why you make me question Garma's team here.
And it's like, it even looks like there's blush.
Uh-huh.
It's weird. I don't know, did Garma request his portrait to be like an old French painting or something?
Possibly. They could have put maybe like some makeup on him to accentuate his features when they were drawing it, I guess. I don't know, but he looks really he looks
looks like a woman.
He doesn't look like a man, that's for sure.
Anyways, Iselina's like, I want you to let me aboard the Gal.
She's ready for revenge.
Yeah, and Garota's like, I don't really know about that. But he does let her get on. Anyways, we leave there. We go to the White Base. We see these lazy bums. They're getting ready, they're packing their stuff and getting ready to get off White Base.
Oh my god. Just get rid of them.
Dump them.
And you'll see, there's as we go see some of the other civilians, you'll see in the next few scenes, a lot of them are young men. It's like, what have you been doing this whole time? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Anyways, they're getting ready. White Base hits some turbulence. And at the same time, Amuro's working on the beam saber. And he's kind of fixing it so that the beam saber can turn into the beam javelin.
Apparently there was a safety or something on it.
Yeah, there was a safety valve.
And you were thinking maybe it was just because they hadn't tested it out or something yet.
Yeah, I mean, this was the first beam saber really that the Earth Federation made, so they were probably putting in a whole bunch of features. it's kind of like when you have a new car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the prototype version of the car is going to have a whole bunch of different features,
Yeah.
and then like the finished version is going to have quite a bit of those features like stripped out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Amuro's hanging out with Ryu. They're figuring out the beam javelin situation. And then they get word that 3 Gaos are closing in on them. Mirai also states that the White Base is having engine problems.
Probably not helped by the turbulence, so.
Yep. And she's like, maybe we should make an emergency landing.
But, since there's gals in front of us, probably not a good thing to do right now.
Yeah. And Amuro's like, hey, you know what? Just keep going where we need to go, and I'll go fight out there. And he says something about, like, the heavy winds helping him dodge or something.
Yeah, something about the turbulence is going to help him dodge anything. Cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Or logic that is.
So the team today is Amuro in the Gundam and Ryu in the gun cannon.
Which I think this might be his first, maybe his only time doing it, but yeah. Not something you see every episode of Gundam for sure.
Yep. Definitely see Iselina kind of going a little crazy. She's like, those mobile suits. They're the ones who killed Garma. And as Amuro and Ryu approach the Gao, like the first one, we get to see a gun that I honestly forgot was on the Gao.
I don't think we even saw it deployed when in the other episodes when Garma was actually chasing him.
Yeah, like we never see this gun in the game, so I honestly forgot about it.
But it's kind of like right behind the cockpit area, like
Yeah.
on the top.
Which just makes me think, like, how does that retract?
Don't ask me.
Like the cockpit area looks pretty spacious on the inside, so how does this retract?
No idea.
Anyways, Amuro and Ryu land on the Gao, and it kind of does like the teeter-totter thing.
Yeah, so this is where the animation gets a little, like, weird. Like, we're in this, like, serious episode, but, like, all of a sudden we start getting, like, a lot of, like, antics going on.
Yeah, like some slapstick and all
Yeah.
that. So it kind of does like a teeter-totter thing. And you have, like, the pilots on the inside, like, their helmets are on sideways, and...
Some dude has just, like, dot eyes, and, like, they look, like, really weird.
Yeah. And you have Amuro just ripping the tail thing off of the Gao.
Yeah, for steering.
Yeah, for steering. And then on the inside, you see, like, Amuro's ripping that off, like, affect the guy steering. It, like, turns him over sideways. It's really weird, like, tone-wise.
Yeah, we're going from, like, this revenge story to, like, these antics just happening for some reason. So, yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, so Amuro rips that off, throws it at the other Gao, but the Gao kind of blows up the tail fin. And the other Gaos accidentally hit the Gao that Amuro is on. It's just friendly fire.
Yeah, they don't do a very good job coordinating attacks, and then at the same time, like, Ryu and Amuro can just take out, like, the guns on top of it, so... Yeah, not looking very good.
Yeah, so that Gao is finished. It's falling.
And it's, like, abnormal. It, like, lasts for a long time. Like, we see the full fall down of the Gao.
Full fall down of the Gao. And everyone is just kind of staring at it. Like, people, like, stop fighting and just kind of stare at it. Like, people on the other Gaos... Amuro and Ryu, pretty
White
sure,
Base.
like White Base does, they just kind of stop and stare at it. It's like, what are you guys doing?
And it eventually falls, and, like, it's just a big explosion, but, like, it's just, like, everybody just stood still and just looked at it.
There's kind of a lot of that in this episode,
Yeah.
kind of thinking about it. Char comes by.
Out of nowhere.
Yes, out of nowhere. He's in one of those reconnaissance planes that Big John had.
Hopefully Big John's alive. Maybe he just borrowed Big John's plane.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm gonna come and help you. Aim for the Gundam's cockpit.
I'm gonna go deal with the White Base.
Yeah. So he hangs up, and then he's like, hee hee hee. Almost as if he has like a mustache, you know, like the classic villain mustache. He's like, well, they could take this two ways. Either I am getting revenge for Garma, or I am just dedicated to Dozel.
Yeah, he's like that weird inner monologue again.
Yeah, it's like, I can't lose in this situation.
It's kind of funny too because like when you first see him, like you see kind of an arm, but you're not sure because it all blends into like the chair area behind him. But you know, there might be somebody else in that plane with him. We'll see.
Yep. White Base gets new orders, pretty much saying that, hey, they can't send reinforcements.
Keep going, essentially.
Yeah, just keep going. And then they also read that the Federation is preparing to take in the refugees.
They give him a weird set of coordinates, which is like north and south.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
You'd think you'd want latitude and longitude, you know, to figure out where you're going, instead of north and south at the same time. Whatever, I guess. So.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep, Bright reads it, and he has Mirai head that way, so.
Yeah, which is like only like a, what, 0.5 degree change or something.
It's not that far off.
Yeah, Hayato gets on the machine gun to kind of stop Char from approaching, but I don't know, I guess being on the White Base for a month hasn't taught him about the safety on the machine guns.
Yeah, he forgets to turn it off. I guess. Turn off the safety.
Yeah. Is Char just a sideways shot of Char, because he's kind of flying sideways, so that's why he's sideways in this picture. But I don't know why, it's just, like, this shot of him is just funny.
You could you could do a drinking game of Char's, like, smiling faces. Every episode.
Yeah, but Char is able to drop a bomb on the White Base's left engine.
And the engines were already bad, and it just made them worse.
Yep, so they kind of have to make an emergency landing. They've kind of lost control. And this is another situation where everyone just kind of stops to stare.
Yeah, people are just kind of watching the White Base as it has to make, like, a bad landing, you know, an emergency landing. So it's like, what are we looking at? It's like, do your job.
Yep, so everyone braces for the emergency landing. Except for, you know, Frau Bo and the kids.
Somehow they're still on their feet, though.
Yeah, somehow they still manage to stay on their feet. And then Bright literally flies off of his chair.
Yeah, like, everybody's, like, flopping on the bridge. Except for, we don't see Oscar and Marker do it. But, like, yeah. Mirai, like, flies off.
Yeah, so Mirai actually, like, bumps her head on, like, the steering wheel.
Ouch.
And then she falls down.
And then just, like...
completely falls down. Char then decides to kind of land kind of somewhere somewhat close by, and we do get to see Dren in this shot.
Yeah, Dren's there. Like, he was absent for so long, and then, like, he just appears, like, right by Char right now, so...
With his giant nose, look at that. Anyways, Char gets out of the plane, and he kind of scouts out the White Base. He's like, okay, there's gotta be an easy way to get in.
There's not really.
Not really. Everyone kind of recovers. Bright's like, you did well, Mirai.
You have to say it like that?
Yeah, you know, like, I'm trying to capture that Bright Riz, okay?
Yes, okay. Yeah, he's like, Mirai, you did it. You did an exceptional job. She tries to, like, you know, blow it off as it was just the White Base doing it.
It's just the White Base. It's like, no, you are exceptional at your job.
Yeah, we get a... we've already known that Bright's already hitting on her, so...
Yeah. Anyways, we go back to the battle. Ryu is just using Amuro as a shield, it looks like, in this.
Yeah, and then, like, I think somehow he still gets hit.
Yeah, so, first off, I just find it funny how Amuro is just kind of looking over his shoulder like, dude, what are you doing?
Hold me, Gundam. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So Ryu actually misses all of his shots here. And then Ryu is the only one who gets hit.
Yeah, I don't know how, because like the Gundam was like
In front of him?
yeah, firmly in front of him.
It's like, I don't know how that works.
Amuro just moved like in a split second, I guess. I don't know.
Yep, so Amuro kind of jumps off to make sure Ryu is okay. And Istelina's like, no! Don't let them get her way!
Yeah, she's I mean, she's not as crazy sounding like Josh makes it sound, but yeah, she's obviously out for revenge right now.
I want their blood! Ah! Anyways, White Base kind of finishes emergency repairs. We get to see Job John.
Yeah, Job John makes his second appearance, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, so he's just saying that like the power is kind of dropped by 25%, but they can probably still fly. Sayla comes back, and she's like, Bright, all the refugees are leaving the ship.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that Bright asked Sayla to go check on the civilians.
Yeah.
Because, he was trying to make,
Yeah, just make sure everyone is okay and
Well,
be a good...
I think he was trying to get out of the room while he was talking to Mirai.
Oh, well, okay, whatever.
He was giving her compliments. He just wanted to have the alone time with Mirai. Even though Oscar and Marker are still up there, I mean, I think they're his homies, I guess. I don't know.
They're just homies.
Maybe there's wingmen. I don't know.
Like, don't worry, Mr. Bright.
We got this.
We have these earmuffs on.
But yeah, Sayla comes back and the civilians are trying to escape again.
Yep. Frau Bo's trying to stop them, but they just force their way out.
There's like this side door and like the White Base pretty much that they're like all going out of.
Yeah, which, it's so stupid. Like, they're in the middle of a desert.
At this point, let them out. I know that they're trying to protect them, but I'm sick and tired of them, so...
And, well, this is like the edge of Zeon territory, so
Yeah.
this is probably like, kind of like a neutral, well, I guess not really neutral, but kind of like a no man's land.
Kind of, yeah. We'll say it that way.
Yeah.
You get that really weird picture of Bright yelling at them outside.
Yeah. Bright got a really square chin out of nowhere.
And they're like, no, we don't have anything to do with the Gundam or Zeon. They won't shoot us. We're just civilians.
Famous last words.
Famous last words.
Yep. And then everyone inside the White Base is kind of echoing the same thing. And just this look on Bright's face.
He's over this, man.
He is so over this.
I'm over this. We've had to deal with this for what? What is episode 11? It's
Yeah.
like, why would you deal with them for so many episodes? And like, you see from like the civilians in this, it's like, yeah, there's young men, there's some decently able older men. It's like, you couldn't do shit while you were on the White Base and help people. No. You're over there stealing people's food and you're just like lazing around in the halls. I'm just sick and tired of these people.
Anyways, the refugees kind of stumble across Char, who is kind of pissed that he got found right away.
Yeah.
And, oh look,
Char's got a gun.
Char's got a gun and he's willing to shoot.
He's also got kind of a squarish face here, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, and his helmet is like flared out so much.
Yeah. So guess what? At least one of them gets shot.
Yeah. And Bright being the man again, man, like he just like charges forward.
He
and
like
just
throws
like
himself in the dirt.
yeah, just throws himself into what's it called, like the prone position
Prone
where you're
position,
like
yeah.
Just like shooting at Char. Taking on Char again.
Somehow Sayla sees him too, which is
Yeah.
like really weird, man. It's like a sandstorm going around at the same time too. Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. I don't mean the music sandstorm. I just mean it's actually a sandstorm.
Anyways, there's too many people going after Char, so he kind of leaves.
Gets back in his plane.
Yeah. We go back to Zoom City. Girin and Dagwin are still having the same argument.
Yeah, essentially about the funeral is gonna be.
Yeah, Cassilia kind of agrees with Girin about the state funeral.
Dozel really doesn't
Yeah,
tell anyone.
Dozel doesn't really support either one. He more cares about, like, punishing Char.
Yeah, he's just like, we need to take care of Char first.
Yeah, and everyone's like, dude, you could just do that on your own time.
Pretty much. I mean, you're his commander. You can just do it after, we discuss this.
Like, you could do that yourself. Like, you don't need our permission.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Dagwin is just kind of lost in his own mind, I feel, because the only thing he really says in this scene is, yeah, just demote Char, I guess. That's pretty much.
So I think it's like relegate in English and then demote in Japanese. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, like, again, you can really see how much of a toll this took on Dagwin.
Yeah, he's over it. He just wants to grieve.
Yeah, and no one will let him.
Essentially, yeah. Nobody's gonna let him.
Well, except for Dozel, I guess.
Yeah, Dozel would, but Girin and Cassilia definitely no.
Yeah. Anyways, we go back to the fight. We get more funky animation. Amuro jumps up to the Gao and uses the beam javelin.
The first time?
For the first time and just, like, pokes a hole in the wing. But Iselina's Gao is able to kind of pin him down.
Yeah, they, like, just concentrate all their fire on the Gundam.
Yeah, which is enough for the Gundam to kind of be, like, forced back.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of funny how the shield just, like, changes, like, sizes throughout this whole scene. It's like, it's big, and then it kind of goes back to, like, kind of regular size, and it's, like, super big again.
Yeah, and all this fire is able to make the shield kind of deform a little bit.
Yeah, it starts to, like, melt down.
But Ryu and everyone else is able to get that Gao's attention. And Amuro is able to, like, cut across the Gao that he's on.
It's the pizza, like, cutting meme. Like, if you guys have seen that gif, it's, like, that same one where, like, Amuro, like, cuts into the Gao and, like, basically slices it in half.
Yeah, he, like, cuts it in half, kind of, and then for some reason he cuts off the tail, too.
I know, it's just because...
It's like, for good measure.
For good measure. I think you see the Xeon soldiers, too, like, inside the Gao. Like, they just, like, see it separating, which doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense. That would blow up first.
Well, that, and then, like, you would think the heat from the beam javelin would just, like, vaporate them. So, yeah. I guess that was too gory for the time, I guess. Or we didn't have our beam weaponry, I don't know, physics down yet. I don't know, but you could see them, like, as the ship, like, separates. It's kind of funny.
Oh, man, they're going to be confused what we mean by vaporate.
Incinerate, whatever, man. Like, they just don't, like...
So, we bring that up in a future video that I'm not going to spoil, but we do kind of talk about what we mean by that and how that's kind of an inside joke.
Let's just say when people meet beam weapons, they kind of just,
Yeah.
They kind of just die.
Anyways, the Gao that gets cut in half explodes, and the explosion is enough to just destroy, like, the front window of the cockpit for Iselina's Gao. And it pretty much cuts open... Dorota's arm?
Yeah, Lieutenant Dorota. So he can't steer at all with the Gao anymore. But you have to think at the same time, too, because you brought it up that, like, they're high up in the air, the cabin's probably depressurized right now, it's like, yeah.
So they're probably having trouble breathing, and he is bleeding out. So he is not having a good time.
No, he's not. But Iselina's like, give me the steering wheel. I'm going to just keep doing this. She's doing the Garma, essentially.
Yeah, it's like, I'll ram the Gao. Then we get more funny art of the Gundam.
He's like throwing the javelin here.
Yeah, he's throwing the javelin. They're like firing everything and doing everything they can to blow up this gal before it rams into them.
Yeah, there you see the javelin like heading straight for it. Like he literally like does a javelin throw of the javelin into the gal.
Yeah, but that doesn't help. And for some reason, Amuro just decides to stand there.
Yeah, he just he doesn't move.
It's like, move. It's taking like 10 seconds to hit you.
Yeah, it's taking a while for the gal to fall, so just move out of the way. Just step to the side a little bit. Probably would help.
Like, just jump.
Jump. I don't know. But it crash lands.
Yeah, anyways, the gal crash lands and hits Amuro because he didn't move. And that impact is able to fry some circuits, I guess, for the Gundam.
Yeah, so he's like, I gotta go out and check him. So Bright just tells him to be careful just in case anybody did survive the gal crash landing, I guess.
So Amuro gets out of the Gundam, and the cockpit is in the wrong spot.
It's in the top panel versus like that bottom one.
Yeah.
So it's like up really, really high next to the vents.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened here. Iselina wakes up and she finds Dorota dead.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he dead. And she sees Amuro kind of getting out of the Gundam, and she takes Dorota's gun and she kind of starts climbing out of the gal. And
eventually she gets on top of it somehow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested how she did that, considering she's wearing heels and stuff. But whatever.
Yep, and she's like, I'm gonna get revenge for my Garma.
And Amuro is like so confused.
Yeah, it's like, what, like revenge on me? Like, what's going on here? Who's Garma? I'm not quite sure how it happens, but Iselina falls.
Yeah, we don't know if she's like faints or like just slips or, because like we said, she could have gotten like a concussion from the crash landing, and then they had to deal with like the depressurization of the cabin. So maybe it's like a whole combination. God knows if, she actually did get injured, so.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think what happened was she got injured from the crash, and she eventually kind of like fainted from her injuries. That's what I think, at least.
But yeah, basically she falls, and at this point, if she's not dead, she's dead when she hits the ground, because basically I'm sure she like broke her neck or something.
Like, head first. It's ridiculous.
So it's hard to say exactly what she died of. I'm assuming that this is like what she actually dies of, is like the head / neck / whatever hitting the ground, because that probably is not good. So
yeah, Amuro's still like confused.
Then you see Char and Dren just kind of like flying away.
Yeah, Char's like, well, you can't really rely on anyone, I guess. And he's like, hey, Dren, we're just gonna say that my Zaku had like some technical issues or something, so I couldn't go out in my Zaku.
This is the best we could do.
Yeah.
We gave it a try, Dren.
Yep.
A+ for effort. And then Dren like smiles too. I want to know what does Dren know about like Char's plans? Does he know like he killed Garma? I don't know. I mean, he really didn't kill Garma, but he kind of, led him to his death.
How much of this is Dren a part of?
I have no idea.
Anyways, Char's like, yeah. We got this, bro. I don't know why. I just really love this shot of Char. Like, it looks really weird.
It does. Like, you're talking about how it looks kind of like a Space Ghost frame or something.
Yeah. Anyways, all the refugees finally get off the light base.
Yes! Thank you, God. And there's quite a few still left, but like, it's like, oh my God, none of you people could have pulled your weight.
Yeah.
Doing something. Like, The ones who were taking care of the kids couldn't help deliver food. The men couldn't do shits. Like, oh my god, just get out this base and get off the white base and leave. Get out of the show, please.
Leave.
You're not welcome here.
Yeah, we got a shot of the bridge. Frau Bo is kind of concerned and everything. But Bright's like, finally.
I feel the same way. About time.
Yep, and then we see allegedly Earth Federation. I think that's who it's supposed to be, like those vehicles out in the distance.
Yeah, apparently I think those are the ones that are coming to pick them up, so. Plot twist, it's actually Zeon. I don't know.
Yep, and Amuro and the other pilots are having kind of a burial for Iselina.
But the weird thing is they put her gun back in her hand.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Like she drops the gun.
Yeah.
And they give her back her gun.
So, like, when she's falling off the gal, like, it discharges and she drops it. And then, like, then she falls. And then, like, for some reason they decided to put the gun in her hand with their finger on the trigger. And just like, what the heck?
No, take the gun. You have free ammo right now.
So it's just really, really awkward for them to bury her like that.
Yeah. Amuro is still kind of shook that someone wanted to personally, like, kill him for personal reasons.
This is, like, the first time he's actually been kind of, like, I guess, traumatized by something like that.
Yeah. And everyone is also kind of, I don't know, like, put off or sad or...
Yeah, I mean, she's basically still a civilian, so it probably feels really awkward.
Yeah.
You know, like, why was she even there? Kai has, like, that weird face.
Yeah, Kai has, like, this weird, like, half kitty face looking thing.
He's the first one who's, like, starting to, like, just shovel the dirt back on her.
Yeah, it's like, well, guys, we're in a desert, and I'm in my pilot suit, so...
A little hot.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back inside. Amuro's kind of slow. I think Amuro's the last one to start shoveling.
Probably. He's probably deep in thought about this.
Yep. And then we end with this kind of still frame of...
them burying her.
Yeah, them burying her.
And fun fact, guys, so we were going to the wiki and we found, like, this manga called Rust Horizon, and Iselina, I guess, shows up in it again, but apparently, I guess Zeon, like, digs up her body and then puts her, like, in, like, this stasis capsule, and then there's a hint that she possibly might have had Garma's unborn child. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like, you have people like, the womb of Garma is in their bodies. Like, what the hell? So, yeah, I don't know. Just because we just found out about this manga, like, if they're gonna try to, like, maybe clone what was in her, you know, stomach, like, in the womb, or I have no idea, but, like...
and apparently this was a very recent manga. It was like 2023 or something.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's still going or not, but like, if anyone does know anything about it, if you want to put in the comments, let us know, because I'm curious. I'm assuming I maybe they marked her grave like with a cross or something before they left, but yeah, somehow Zeon found her body, and it's, I guess, a scenario where she could have had Garma's child. I don't know. A little awkward.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, especially with how that Zeon officer said it.
Yeah, it's a weird panel.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, what?
So this was our first time hearing about it, but yeah, if anybody has read it or has any, you know, information about it, let us know in the comments, because it's vaguely interesting that she's part of a subplot in that, so yeah.
And there's this kind of cool Frankenstein mobile suit in there.
Yeah, like the Rust Gundam or whatever. So
yeah, it's like a pseudo Gundam.
I guess it's like parts that they found, and then things like they scavenged from Side 7, and then just the rest of it's like Xeon technology, so like Goof legs and Zaku parts and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
Yeah, so it's gonna be like Zaku and Goof parts along with some ground type gym parts.
that'd be a really interesting Gunpla.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just found that, and that was interesting. Kind of weird how like Iselina gets brought up again when like she's not, that big of a plot point, I guess. I mean, I guess for Garma kind of, but at the same time, it's like this part gets cut out of the movie, so yeah.
Yeah.
But to just update though, we have 2 more deaths today. So we got Lieutenant Dorota dying first, and then Iselina.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull up my notes with my count. And that puts us at 14 kills so far. 14. So, yeah. What do you think of this episode, Josh?
I think it's a decent episode. The tone is just kind of goes like back and forth a little much, I think.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah.
We also forgot to mention too that the OST got changed again.
Oh yeah, the OST got changed. So basically when Amuro is jumping up and eventually gets kind of cornered by the fire from the gal, it's that same OST from when Amuro fought Char, just kind of like falling.
Yeah, the
like,
free fall.
Yeah, like the free fall fight. It's the same like piano OST.
But yeah, so it's the same one, and I think it got switched out with Gallant Char again. So
yeah,
it's interesting. I'm assuming it was done for, like we talked about in the previous episode, as like a tone thing, but like I don't know, like it just makes more sense to me to have kind of like the more like tension music, with the like piano and stuff, and it's like okay. I guess they went for the more action-packed Gallant Char song, but like, yeah. So
yeah, like
nobody likes this OST, I guess, in the English version.
Yeah, like the Japanese OST sounds like there's actually like stakes. If that makes any sense.
There's a lot of tension. Like it's literally like kind of like a ticking clock almost,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that gets axed out of this episode again. So it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Just kind of an aside here. The, like, random tone switching reminds me of Drakengard 3. Because, okay, so, like, Drakengard 3 is essentially the story of Zero going on a suicide mission, right?
Okay.
And you'll just get like random bits of comedy thrown in there too. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It felt like the animators like just went back and forth, and maybe like different animators worked on this, I'm assuming. So like somebody was like, no, we need more comedic animation right here. It's just kind of funny, like how we go from Iselina's revenge to like comical like shenanigans on the Xeon ship and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's all I can really think of. I can kind of see why this got cut in the movie.
Yeah, I can see why. Because it really doesn't progress much of the story itself anyway. I mean, you get Iselina's death, but like that really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, so
yeah.
Then there's just a whole bunch of like going back and forth with the same conversation with the zombie house as well, so
Yeah, you really didn't need to have like a cut back to the same exact argument.
yeah, it's like literally we're just going back and forth like with the same thing, like the same points of like let's have a state funeral versus like let's not do that, you
Yeah,
know?
let's just keep it personal.
That scene could have been done in like maybe a 5-minute, like, just full together instead of going back and forth in between the battle of it. It really didn't serve a purpose to, have it there. It's like we weren't on like bated breath to know what Dagon was gonna say. I mean, he was kind of set in what he wanted to do, so.
Although I guess we know later on that he kind of gives in to the demand, but
Well, yeah. I mean, I know he gives in, but like the whole Zabi family scene could have been handled like just in one shot.
yeah.
So it kind of ends up like in the middle of this whole episode, it kind of ends up being like kind of a hodgepodge of like everything, and then like the beginning is serious, the middle is like kind of like weird, kind of like, in between, and then like the ending is serious with them burying her. So it's kind of a weird flowing episode.
Yeah. It's memorable for the scene of Iselina like aiming at Amuro, but that's really all you're going to remember from this episode, really.
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of a shame that Amuro, this is like the first time he's kind of been traumatized by this in a way, and it's just like it just kind of gets glanced over too.
Yeah, like someone actually like trying to kill him for personal reasons.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think that's my opinion. It's not a bad episode or anything, but it's definitely like kind of a weird mishmash of everything. Like the zombie scene could have been done by itself, and then we could have maybe gone more into like the more kind of comedical tone with the battle, like it does, by getting that out of the way first. I don't know, but cutting back and forth constantly, and then having the comedy kind of like squeezed in the sandwich between serious moments was just like really weird at times.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I have to really say about it.
Yeah, I can't really think of what else to say about it either. It's a weird episode, we'll say that.
Yes.
But hey, positive, we're finally done with the civilians.
Yes, they're finally all gone.
Thank God. It means we don't have to have sit-ins in the white base, or I don't know, take hostages. It's done. We don't have any more of those shenanigans. So I'm very happy. And you know what? Somebody got shot. That's their problem.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I just kind of ran out of things to say.
I think that's it all for all I can say. So, there's some good pros in this in terms of like the civilians are gone. Iselina, I mean, her death is kind of sad, though kind of unclear, I guess, at the same time.
And kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, kind of. And then we got to get that weird segue into that manga, which is kind of fun, so.
Yeah.
But that's all I can think of. Alright. Anything else you want to bring up, or?
Not really about the episode.
Any other things coming up?
Well, let's see. Still doing the playthrough of Super Robot Wars. I don't know if I'm gonna like finish the game on stream because like it seems like no one's really tuning in. So I don't know. If you guys want to see the rest of that, then let me know. If not, I'll do something else, I guess.
You have a Gunpla coming out this week?
Yep. I have a Gunpla review coming out on Monday.
Because we'll probably post this on like Wednesday, right? So it should be out.
So like, this is going up on Wednesday. So it should already be up then. And then we have 2 Halloween videos in the works.
Yes. I think
And-
maybe one might get posted before Halloween, and one's on Halloween, I think.
yeah.
So, yeah. And they took a lot of hard work. I'm just saying that right now.
Yep. One is going to require a little bit more editing, but the other should come out a little quicker, I think. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't know.
Yep, that's all I have to say.
Well, you want to sign off? I mean, like we said, any comments, especially about like that manga, just let us know. Or if you have any comments about this episode, please do that. Like, share, and subscribe. You can go to our X page too, and basically we're kind of posting the same thing to mirror what we have there. But yeah, that's all I can say.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Josh
This is Amy.
for Gundam of Gundams. See you all later.
Bye bye.